So in this training, we're going to niche down a little bit and ask yourself some questions about what audience you should create puzzles for when creating your puzzle books. So this is going to help you decide how to get started. Of course, you can expand as you go on, but it's good to just get started with one area or one audience specifically. So puzzle books are popular for all ages, kids, adults, and elderly. So while you can also do thematic puzzles, it's good to take that first step and decide what type of content you want to focus on with your audience first, because that'll determine a lot about the levels of content you have, how you're presenting it, and things like that. So the first audience, of course, would be children, and these are very popular with kids, and they like things like mazes, logic puzzles, puzzles, word problems, things that might be a little bit silly or funny. That's the types of things they enjoy. So audiences, this type of content should appeal both to kids and parents because parents are often the ones buying them. You want fun, bright colors. Popular children's topics are things like dinosaurs, unicorns, summer. You can also look at best-selling books and movies to get topic ideas, and definitely have lots of fun graphics. Kids love, fun pictures and graphics. So some of the areas you can get graphics are places like the Henry JPEG. They will often have groups of graphics you can get low cost. You can also go to some place like Pixabay and look at their clip art, and also openclipart.com. And that's a great way to use maybe a VA if you don't want to go through all that. Just give them some, your list of like, okay, I want unicorn graphics, and have them go to some of the free places and take a look. And when I say free, I mean that these are open to use for commercial use. You also probably would still want to take a quick look at if they have any licensing requirements or things along those lines. The second audience is adults. Adults love puzzles for relaxation and brain stimulation, things like Sudoku, crosswords, word search. Like this is a 3-in-1 with those three popular ones. And some of the things you can keep in mind or use for designing popular adult puzzle books are things like using adult themes, science, religion, workplace, technical terms. And you want to double and triple check your content. You don't want to see any errors there. Adults are often not as forgiving as kids might be. Choose an appealing layout and decide on puzzle difficulty. Adults need puzzles that are harder to solve. You can have, them go from easier to harder in one book, or you can just have them all be a certain level. And the third audience is elderly or senior citizens. This is kind of a weird term because, we don't really have a cutoff. I think there's a lot of talk now that 60 is a new 40. So when you're talking about people who are older, or you're talking about people like 70 on up, it can certainly vary. But puzzles are picked up a lot by older people because they feel it helps with their brain and can help them improve their memory and reduce brain aging types of problems and things like that. So again, the typical ones that most people like: word search, crossword, brain teasers, memory games. Those can be very appealing to older people. You might want to consider doing these in large print, and you want to also make sure their brain gets a workout. They want to build concentration and new brain connections. So if you really, I think, push that idea, that's going to help make these books even more popular. And correct answers should be very specific and easy to distinguish from false answers as well. So when it comes to puzzle books, length is important. You want to make sure that your customers are getting value. Normally, children's books are about 30 to 50 pages of puzzles. Adult books are usually at least 100. And jumbo or variety books usually are 150 pages. So a good way to do that is if you publish several books, you can then combine them later into some type of jumbo or variety book. So if you'd like to learn more about profitable publishing, check out Puzzle Publishing Profits Today. You can find the link there below. And this is my training on getting started with puzzling and publishing and making sure that you can get involved in this very popular niche.